Hi guys, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Unifred, and if you are new here, I create crochet related content. Today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful Pinterest top. It's very easy and beginner friendly. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Hi guys, so today's tutorial we'll be using a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and I'm using milk cotton yarn. This is new, but I unraveled it from a project I was trying to do, and the yarn could not reach, so I decided to change the style. And to start, you need your bust measurement, and I'm looking at the bust measurement 38. That's this particular pattern stretches, so I'm going to do the chain long, and that stretches to 36 instead of 38. I don't know if you understand it. So take your bust measurement and subtract it by 2, and do a chain that stretches to that size because the yarn stretches. So to make a chain, you know what I'm doing. To make a slip knot, chain a long chain. So I'll let you know how many chains I did. Because you can chain easily. So I'm back, and then I have 108 chains. I'm sorry if I confused you. So you take your bust measurement and subtract 2 inches from it. So I'm making with a bust measurement of 38, and then I've subtracted 2. So my chain has to stretch to 36 inches because this stitch I'm going to be working with is very stretchy. So with the other yarn being stretched, it's equal to um, 30. I've stretched it already, that's why. So I can stretch it all the way to 36, even almost 36.5. Yeah, so that's fine. 108. So after you get your desired number of chains, you're going to join to make sure your work is straight. I could have started with a double crochet foundation chain, but it's also quite stretchy, and because it's going to be like a tube top kind of, I didn't want it to be stretchy, so I'm joining this way. But you can go ahead and join with the double, start with the double crochet foundation chain. So you join with a slip stitch. After you join with the slip stitch, you're going to chain up 2, and that counts as a double crochet. So into the next stage, you're going to go in there with a double crochet and go all the way around with a double crochet. So for a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So you do that all the way around till you get to the end of this row. That means at the end of this row. So I am done going all the way around, and this is how it looks like. So we're going to join with a slip stitch. Go ahead and join with a slip stitch, and then I'll come closer to the camera and show you something. Chain up 2, turn your work, and now because we want a knit-like look and a stretchy feel, and then this is not cotton yarn. When I use it, it feels heavy, so I like this stitch because it makes the top feel lighter. So we're not going to go into these 2 loops as we do. There's a back loop in here, so we have 1, 2, 3, and then there's this back loop. So this loop, we're going to yarn over and go in there with double crochet all the way around. So this is row number 2. Basically just go in there with double crochet. We are pushing the 2 loops in front. So go ahead and do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you at the end of this row, and basically we'll be alternating between row 2 and 3. So I'm back. Then you can see the back. This is the back. This is how the back looks like, and this is how the front looks like. So trying with a slip stitch, chain 2, and pay attention to row number 2 because we'll be alternating between row number 2 and 3. So pay attention to row number 3, I meant. And you just rewind because I'll not go over and teach, because it's basically repeating row 2 and 3 till you get your desired length, and then I'll show you how to attach your straps. So for row 3, instead of going into the thread loops at the back, we're going to do something different. We're going to be pushing the braided side in front. So I'm going to go into the back loop. So this counts as a double crochet. So you're going to go into the back loop. So you're going to go into this loop. Okay, so this is it. I'm going to go into this back loop, make a double crochet. And you're going to go all the way in the back loop, creating or making a double crochet. So basically row 2 you go into the third loop, and then row 3 you go into the back loop, and you alternate between. So you see the side also looks braided, this side also looks braided, and then the back will always look like a knitted form. So that's a trick if you're confused. So you're always pushing the braided parts in front, and then go ahead and alternate between row 2 and 3. I'm sorry I cannot repeat the instructions again because I record with my phone and my memory is full, so this will help me save enough memory. So go ahead and alternate between row 2 and 3 till you have the desired length, and then we'll move on from there. And then this is quite stretchy, that's why I told you to make your chain stretch to that measurement, but it's a little tight. So if you don't want that, you can also make it to the measurement, but it will be loose in the end, and I didn't want that. So I think when I have my desired length, well, I'm back and I have 10 inches. I'm sorry for the crooked tape measure, but I'm holding my phone so I can't straighten out. But I have 10 inches, and I forgot the number of rows I did, probably 26, 27. And I went ahead and made single crochets at the edge and at the edge and at the top here. So divide your work into two, and then count 3 spaces from the left and then the right side, and then mark. So I'll show you when I do the strap to just explain it better. But this is it. Divided my work into two, so I have 55 at the back and 55 at the front. So from the mark I have 1, 2, and in the third I marked it. Then the same thing, 1, 2, and in the third I marked. And then I have 7 stitches in between. That's how thick I want my straps to be. So you can make your straps 3. You can cut 4 single crochets for your straps, so you can make it 6, 5. I want mine to be 7. I want it to be thick enough. So go ahead and do that. So I'm sorry that I didn't show you how to go around with a single crochet, but when you are done with your stitch, if you are facing the back side, you turn your work, make sure your single crochet, as a single crochet, the good side is facing. That's how come you get the good side, and the same for the upper side. So I'm done with one sleeve, and I'm going to be doing the next sleeve soon. So for the sleeves, like I said, you divide your work into two, right? You divide your work into two. Yesterday when I was recording yesterday at night. You divide your work into two. So I have 54 at the front, 54 at the back. And when you divide your work into two, from the first stitch, that's no mark 1, 2, and in the third you mark. And then you count the number of stitches you want your straps to be. mine is 7. I wanted my date to 7, and then I marked the 8th one so that I can work in this. So in this I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to insert my hook. It doesn't matter where you insert your hook, whether here or here. So I'm going to insert my hook and then attach my yarn. I want the yarn to come at the back so I can weave it in at the back. So I have 25 rows. I don't know if I add more. I did that and I went all the way side with a single crochet. So you just tie a knot and then you weave the rest in as you're crocheting. So after you do this, you have this. You're going to I'm using a 5.5 as I mentioned earlier, but I'll use the 5mm hook to do the single crochet at the side. So I'll show you that. So you set your hook and then you pull through to make a loop, chain up 2, and then make 6 more double crochets because the 2 counts as a double crochet. So I have a third one because the 2 counts as a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the last one 7. So after I have that, chain up 2, and yeah, because we are doing the same thing we are doing the same trick we did, so we are going to be going all the way back because we want the good side to be showing and the back side to be looking like a knitted like effect, but that's the bad side. But you can actually wear it anyway, whether the front or the back, because both sides are neat. So if you start at the other side, you're going to start with the other row. I don't know how to explain it, but when you get to the other row, you see. And then because you're working with some few number of rows, always count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Meaning I have the last one to go into. And then yeah, like the way we're doing for the normal top. Start touching up 2, turn your work, and now automatically you're going to go in here, right? Because this is a good side, and we are bringing these V-stitch like thing to the front so that it has this effect. So that's all. So go ahead and do your number of desired rows, and when I am done, I will just explain how I went through the sides with a single crochet, but it's basically easy. Don't miss anything else you reduce. So the last one is going to go in here. The last one is a little tricky when you're at this end of the row. So basically that's it. So I repeat till I get to my desired length. So this we are going to tie it all the way around your neck. So that's why I didn't join this to the back. There's no need. So I'm back and I have 27 rows. I did 25 at first, but I want to make it longer, so I did 27 rows. And I forgot I was going to go all the way down with a single crochet, so did I cut off my yarn, but then that doesn't matter. So you chain up 1 and then you go in here with a single crochet. So you go into the double crochet space with a single crochet. Don't go in here, there will be too much space. So single crochet, this single crochet, you won't count the number of rows. So you're just, so this place, if you go in there, it will be too spacious. So go into this double crochet above it to hook that in, and then you get this. So go ahead and single crochet, just single crochet in a way that it's flat enough. You can straighten it because this work is already curvy. And make sure when you're single crocheting, it's facing you. The good side is facing you. So this is the bad side, this is the good side. So when you're done, you cannot start single crocheting over here. You have to attach your yarn over here and go all the way up because the single crochet will be facing you. So basically that's it, and then you'll be done with the top. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed and you watch up to this point, please do well and subscribe. Thank you. So just make sure you single crochet to the extent where you can straighten it and it straightens up. So this is it, and then you just tie this on your neck. But if you don't want the tie, you can also attach it by from the mark place to the one, so 1 2 3, and then the third you use mark and then you join, and it will be directly like the Pinterest top. So I realized I forgot to show you how to end your single crochet row. So after you're done with your last single crochet, you just slip stitch into the next stitch or the mark stitch you did, chain up one, cut off your yarn and weave in your ends. As I go ahead and attach the yarn to the opposite side, you already know how to attach your yarn. I pull the yarn through and then I make a knot before I start with the loop. And then you repeat the same thing you were doing for the other side, for this side.